Rainbow Six has been on a serious decline for the past 6 months, but we're finally getting out of that rut in the newest season, Operation Solar Raid. Here's the top 3 things coming in the new season that will save Rainbow Six Siege. Number 1 is new content, including a new map, a new operator, and Ranked 2.0. The last 2 seasons of content were seriously underwhelming. We got Close Quarters, a TDM map that nobody really cares about, and Stadium Bravo, which was a seasonal map that was already in the game before. Along with those were Sense and Grim, the 2 worst operators in the game, literally. Besides that, there was a recoil rework, which was seemingly unnecessary, some random balancing changes, and the secondary EMP gadget. Altogether, this was a serious disappointment in terms of new content, and it's one of the major factors that accelerated the decline of the player base. But this season, things are looking very hopeful. Let's break down this new content a little further, starting off with the newest operator, Solus. Solus is a 2-speed, 2-armor defender who is basically just IQ on defense. She can see enemy electronics with her little box, however, she cannot use her weapon while her gadget is out. This is going to be really good for getting rid of attackers' drones, and I think flanking is going to be super strong with her. Flanking has a lot of risk. If the attackers have info on you while you do it and they play it smart, you're pretty much screwed. I'm especially excited to see how she's actually utilized in Pro League. You can pair her up with Bandit for precise bandit tricking, which is also a super great move. Her loadout's pretty nice, having impact grenades or a bulletproof camera, as well as the SMG-11 secondary and either Jackal's ITA shotgun or the P90 SMG for the primary. I think Solus is going to be very useful if your team is struggling with info denial, but I don't think she'll be super overpowered, so a nice balance. Another side note is that Sense is becoming a 3-speed from a 1-speed, so hopefully they'll be a little more viable now too. The next major piece of content we're getting is the new map, Night Haven Labs. I haven't played it yet, but all I can say is it looks very promising, and I really think Ubisoft went the extra mile on this. You won't be able to ban it in ranked this season, meaning you better go out and learn it as fast as you can because you will be playing it. I'm actually a fan of this because it's basically just free wins if you just put a little effort into actually learning it. Most people won't put in that effort, which will give you an advantage when you're inevitably forced to play it in ranked. Speaking of ranked, Ranked 2.0 is finally here. We've been waiting a while for this, and I definitely think it's going to live up to the hype. Everybody will be starting in Copper this season, and each rank will be broken up into 5 ranks, meaning yes, Diamond 5 is a thing. Each rank will take 100 rank points to get through, and once you've done that, you'll be rewarded with free stuff on each promotion. Along with that, you can play with anybody in any rank, so if you get to Diamond before your friend has touched the game this season, you'll still be able to play together. They've also balanced a couple different operators, and the shooting range tracks what you did now. All this new content is sure to make the game a more enjoyable and fresh experience, and I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on it. The second massive change that's coming is crossplay and cross progression. My console people, this one's for you because that's what crossplay is all about. PlayStation players can play with Xbox players and vice versa. Any of your friends that play R6 on console, you can now squad up with and go defuse some bombs or whatever. This is a great introduction, not only so that you can play with your friends, but it will also bring new players into the game to create an overall larger player base. Players will invite their friends from other systems to get the game and come play with them, which is great for everybody. Crossplay will push the player base of all the consoles together to create one larger player base, making queue time shorter and allowing you to play more games in less time. Increasing the overall player base by having more compatibility means Ubisoft makes more money, which gives them incentive to make the game even better so that it will continue to grow and bring in even more revenue. Everybody wins, they get more money, we get a better game. Cross progression is a nice addition to this crossplay feature, which allows you to link your account to multiple platforms and carry over your progress to whichever system you play on. If you're a console player who wants to switch to PC or another system, your cross progressive account will carry over all your uniforms, skins, and level to that new system. Your rank, however, will only carry over console to console, so if you switch over to PC from console, you'll bring all your skins, renown, and accessories with you, but you'll have to restart the ranking process. Both these additions are great quality of life improvements that add more longevity to the game's future. The last but most important change for the future of Rainbow Six Siege is the new anti-cheat. Cheaters have run the PC game for far too long, to the point where being the highest rank in the game is the last thing you would actually want.
Oh, the alibi's cheating, by the way.
Let's break down the current state of cheaters in Rainbow Six and how they're destroying the heart and soul of PC Siege right now. Firstly, cheaters tend to win. They're cheating. What this means is that the majority of them are found at the higher ranks, and it gets exponentially worse the higher ranks you go. They start frequenting around Plat 1, and then as you progress through Diamond and Champion, it gets worse and worse. At Champion Elo, you get cheaters about every other game on average if you're a solo queue player. Not only that, but because of the amount of cheaters plus the lengthy queue times, legit players who are at these high ranks decide to stop playing the game because it's ruined by the mass amount of cheating. Then, because the legit players are leaving, the ratio ratio of cheaters to non-cheaters increases, meaning you're even more likely to play versus cheaters over time because the actual players have left. Simultaneously, the overall size of the player base at these ranks decreases, meaning the queue times to find a match also gets bigger over time, leading to more players quitting and this cycle repeating. So that's kind of what's been happening for years. Obviously, this is not good. Grinding to be the best just results in an awful experience entirely, so why try to be good? Luckily, we don't have to answer that question anymore because Ubisoft has introduced a new way to combat cheaters that hopefully can prevent this problem and make the game worthwhile for everyone. I'm not sure how this works, as they didn't go into detail whatsoever. Talking about the specifics as to how their anti-cheat works would only make it easier for hackers to get around it, so it's not information I would bring attention to even if I had it. They actually tested this new anti-cheat system out on the live build of Rainbow Six for a few days, and I took advantage of this time to play 15 champion solo queue rank games straight. And this was probably the first time in the past 2 years where I didn't play a single cheater. It was amazing. But then what happened is that they actually turned it off the next day, and that very same day that they turned it off, 3 out of 4 of my games had cheaters in them. So I would say it works, but maybe I got lucky, who knows. I am very hopeful for the implementation of this. If this is successful, more top ranked players will come back to Rainbow Six. It will be more competitive again, the game's health will improve, players will improve, competition will improve, content will improve, and Siege just might be saved after all. Oh, and also, drone skins are coming. Cool. I'll be streaming the new season on the PC test server this week, so come on over to my Twitch channel to watch some of the action. Bye-bye.